I'm Phil de Glanville, I'm Head of Delivery for Sport England in the South West region. Sport England's role is to get more people taking part in sport and active recreation and keep them taking part in sport and active recreation. That is our raison d'etre as an organisation. Part of the way that we're aspiring to do that is through the creation of this delivery system for sport. And at a county level, the best organisations that are most appropriately placed to know what's going to work in their counties are county sport partnerships. They are part of this delivery system operating at a county level, and they are the best place to know what's going to work in their counties. We work very closely in partnership with them. We're all aligned behind the common purpose of getting more people taking part in sport and active recreation and keeping them there.
My name's Colin Johnson. I manage the County Sports Partnership for Somerset. We're actually called the Somerset Activity and Sports Partnership. There are lots of clubs and sports centres which have got a lot of information, which are a good starting point.
My name is Neil Sturdivant. I am the manager of the Crewkerne Aqua Centre. This centre caters for everybody, right up from a baby who has had their second injection right up to people who are in their 90s. A facility like this is very important, especially to a rural community like Crewkerne. If there wasn't a facility here, they would have to travel 8 or 9 miles to either Chard or to Yeovil, which are the nearest pools. So, to have something locally will encourage more people to do the exercise. Crewkerne is a small town. We're looking at 7,500 to 8,000 people in the actual area. There's a lot of people there that are within distance of a walk or a short cycle ride. It makes it essential for smaller places and especially rural communities to get a facility like this.
We mustn't lose sight of traditional sport, because a lot of people do want to play traditional sport, but I think the trend now is away from the way that young people are. They want more stuff that they can do on their own or they can do with a friend. So I think there's a large part of finding activities which fill that hole.
There's not many street spots, like if you go to London and even Bristol, outside the big Lloyd's Bank, there's 3 massive blocks and everyone just skates there. And we have to skate park.
I'm Adrian Moore and I work for South Somerset District Council as a play and youth facilities officer. No matter where we go in communities, wheel play is just part of young people's growing up. Right? Since the bike was invented, kids have been mucking about with wheeled go-karts, wheeled whatever, and that need hasn't gone away. My argument to the town council was, this would get these kids active. They grow up with the rugby and the football and cricket players and tennis players, and now that's kind of what I used to say. Whether that happened or not is another thing. All I do know is that this is full of young people.
We need to improve our club structures so they can actually take more people, increase and improve the club infrastructures, so that when we do get more kids or more adults fit and wanting to take part in sport, then there's sort of opportunities for them to move into.
We started with only under 14s and under 16s teams, and now we've got under 10 section, under 12s, under 14s, under 16s, which are all mixed, and then we've got a women's team and a men's team, which are all competing in fixtures in Somerset.
Initially, Gary spoke to me about getting involved, and I was really keen to do it because I remembered the coaches that I had when I was a kid and how they really affected me as a player.
Also, with more volunteers coming on board, wanting to learn, wanting to help out, parents obviously taking an interest in what their sons and daughters are doing.
Gary's done a very good job to get everybody involved, and we've just sort of grown from there, and it's got bigger, and that's why it's successful.
I think that this club can only go from strength to strength. There are dedicated and committed coaches, and there are dedicated and committed volunteers.
So in the next few years we'll be expanding, improving the relations with volunteers and with members, increasing the number of members, increasing each age group, still competing in the leagues, doing successfully, most importantly helping children progress up through the levels they would like to go to, whether they want to play Taunton Tigers at National League standard, or be part of the development squads, or be part of playing for Somerset. And Tornadoes is a great club that offers that.
A different way of looking at it, which we're obviously looking at now, is around trying to get the message across to people about being physically active in a way where we can get to them on a regular daily basis. Obviously workplace is a good one.
My name's Louise Woolway and I'm Healthy Workplace Manager for Somerset County Council. The job came about following a bid between the County Council and the Somerset Activity and Sports Partnership, with the idea to try and increase the physical activity levels of the 17,000 staff. But within that it also includes healthy eating, support to stop smoking and healthy working in terms of back pain, musculoskeletal problems and stress management. People know of the health benefits of being physically active. You know, it's on the television about reducing your blood pressure and reducing your risk of heart disease. But actually taking the step to being active is the tricky bit. The running group started on the back of the walking group. I started the walking group as the gentle introduction in, and then got talking to a number of staff who said, oh, I wouldn't mind having a go at running.
It's a good way of blowing away the cobwebs at lunchtime and setting you up for the afternoon's work, really. Keeps you fit.
I thought that running with other people would give me more of an incentive to maybe run a bit further and a bit faster.
I've played five-a-side football and I've noticed myself getting tired out quite quickly because I have a couple of pints on an evening night, and I thought it was a good way to run it off.
I did a little bit of running now and then, but it wasn't a habit, so I thought if I joined this I could go every week and I'd try and make running become part of my life.
It's very much based on what they want, not what I think people should be doing. The starting point is the physical activity message and the benefits, and then build on that to have regular activities that people enjoy and keep coming to.
Somerset's got a lot of natural advantages that a lot of counties haven't got. So perhaps we haven't got the choice of facilities, but we have got the outdoors, and we have got 2 outdoor education specialists, and their role is really to engage with different groups of young people to introduce them to some of the stuff that's available.
My name's Dan Bryce. I'm a community sports coach for Somerset Activity and Sports Partnership. Today we've got a local school coming down from Bridgewater down to the canal, and we're going to be taking them open canoeing. The main gist of the session is to have a lot of fun, but also at the same time to provide them to learn new skills, so different strokes and how they may move their boat around. Some of the underlying things we might get out of it as well is building sort of self-confidence, a bit of self-esteem, trust with each other, because there's 2 going to be in each boat, and let them have a go at something they can't experience at school.
My name's Andy Coling. I'm head of PE at Chiltern Trinity School in Bridgewater. Having people like Dan and other coaches from SASP has been absolutely fantastic to actually push sport forward. Certainly activities such as this outdoor adventurous block, in the past we've had to run in school with limited facilities in school. Having Dan available to us, coming down here, doing canoeing, using a really good climbing wall like we've got down here, the caving system, the orienteering, has brought a whole new dimension to it from the students, and it's also helped enable a number of the staff in Bridgewater, PE staff in general, actually gain qualifications to actually lead outdoor and adventurous activities themselves.
It's introducing me to a new sport and a new skill, really, and I very enjoyed it, being I got something out of it, and I want to do it again.
The opportunities that are out there in Somerset, I mean, there's lots of new stuff happening, there's lots of current stuff currently going on. I think what we want is to make sure that people take advantage of those opportunities and they really go for it. We have our own website, which is www.sasp.co.uk. There's lots of information on there, or you can phone us on 01823 447 128.